Yes. It's steel.
But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steel, if you know what I mean.
Keep it real.
Keeping it real.
Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Steven and this is Steel Keeping It Real. So you know what today is.
What we're gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
That's right, it is Throwback Thursday. And on this day, I like to dig deep into the crates, go back to the days of yesteryear, and play you some classic hits. Now, as I alluded to yesterday on Yacht Rock Wednesday, that once I hit 3,000 subscriptions, some doors opened up, or some artists opened up that I could do on my channel. And one of them was Public Enemy. And the song that I'm going to do is Night of the Living Baseheads. Now, I had Public Enemy albums when I was growing up. I had Yo Bum Rush the Show. I had It Takes a Nation of Millions, which this is where the song comes from off of this album. And then I had Fear of a Black Planet. And I had all of those when I moved to Columbus, Ohio in December 23rd, 1989. But when the video for Night of the Living Baseheads came out, it was just one of those, like, this is different when it comes to hip-hop. And it kind of blew my mind that there was this socially consciousness as well as political aspect to it, this radicalism, all these things that were part of it. And it was interesting to me, a person of color, because we really hadn't seen anything like that, not in my generation, except, what we hear about the Black Panthers and the Nation of Islam. And this is almost like a culmination of all of those things into one, doing hip-hop, and it was great. Now, what I also learned is that the album Yo Bum Rush the Show, the one before this, was ranked by Rolling Stone magazine as being number 497 out of its 500 best albums of all time. And I was like, okay, at least it made the list. But the album that this song comes off of, It Takes a Nation of Millions, was ranked number 48. It was ranked number 48 on Rolling Stone's greatest albums of all time. And that's a big, big jump, number one. And it's a big, big deal. That's, when you have 500 albums by a music magazine that has that type of reputation saying, hey, you know what, as much as you might hate what they might stand for or how they're perceived by the right or anything like that, this is a fucking great album. And it was a great album. So let's take a look at what this song did on the charts. And there's not much to see here. And we'll just go Balamo. It went to number 62 on the Hot R&B Singles. Now, also got to remember that this was not a lead single off of the album. Off of this album, the lead singles were Rebel Without a Pause, Bring the Noise, Don't Believe the Hype. Those were the lead singles before this one came out. And those are all great songs. But again, I'm doing this one only because not a lot of people have done it. And as well as, the impact, the social impact that this song had, on a young, impressionable me in 1988. I would have been 19. I was living out on my own. And, just the way it impacted me. So I also found out that there were many covers of this song. Insane Clown Posse did it.
Boo! 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 Muck! Boo! Boo!
It was horrible. Also, somebody called Digital Assassins did it, and it sounded something like Prodigy. And then there was a group called Terminal 46 that did it, and I listened to it and I was like, this is interesting. And the reason why I find it interesting is because this feels like something that Rob Zombie would have done, or it sounds kind of Rob Zombie-ish, and it also sounds skinny puppy-ish. You know, Skinny Puppies. It sounds like that kind of music, which I was like, okay, I can get down with either one of those people, Rob Zombie or Skinny Puppy. I can get down with them. So I was like, okay, I like your version. I'll fuck with it. So if you like videos like this and others on the channel, please don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification button, because I'm doing at least 10 videos each and every week. So without any further ado, here are Public Enemy and Night of the Living Baseheads.
Fuck yeah, bro. Let's do this.
Have you forgotten that once we were brought here, we were robbed of our names, robbed of our language. We lost our religion, our culture, our God. And many of us, by the way we act, we even lost our mind.
It's PETV with your anchors, Sherelle Winters and Flavor Flav.
Yeah, boy! Yo, bust the move!
In today's edition of PETV News, we'll explore the devastating effects drugs are having on our society in what is now termed the Basehead syndrome. We'll also feature the controversial group Public Enemy and their new album, It Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back, which is causing ruckus everywhere.
Here it is! Bam! And you say, damn, this is a dope jam. But let's define the term called dope, and you're thinking me funky now. No,
You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Cheryl, kick the ballistics, G!
Up front, an ultra-hyper faction known as the Brown Bags lodged a protest today against rap music.
Yo, bust this, man. Yo, listen to Flav, man. Yo, right here live, covering for the protest for PETV Live is my homeboy, Chris, man.
I tell you.
Well, you know, Chris, all the rap noise and the violence associated with it is bringing our country to its knees, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. And we, the Brown Bags, have a plan to put an end to it all.
here is a true tale. Why the ones that deal, all the ones that fail, yeah. You can move if you want to move. What it prove? It's here like the groove. The problem is this. We got to fix it. Check out the...
This is MC Light coming live and direct from PETV. In the never-ending search for the Baseheads, we've come to a new hiding place. Yeah, that's right, Wall Street.
Check out the justice and how they run it. Selling, smelling, sniffing, riffing, and brothers trying to get swift in. Selling their own, rob a home, while some shrivel a bone like comatose walking around. Please don't confuse this with the sound. I'm talking about bass.
This is MC Light from PETV. We're inside Wall Street searching for Baseheads. Let's see what we can find. Shh.
I put this together too. The bells of those that boost the dose of lack and those that sell the black. Shame on the brother when they dealing. The same block where my 98 be wheeling. And everybody know another kilo. From a corner from a brother, keep another below. And stop illing and killing, stop grilling. Yo, black, yo. We are willing.
Just in this red alert. Chuck D, leader of the controversial group Public Enemy, has been taken hostage by the Brown Bags. We'll have more on this story as it develops.
Hey, yo, I'm not a drug dealer, man. Yo, get off of me, man. Get off.
This ever happened to you before? They think you're a drug dealer, and we know you're not. Well, now there's Beeper Tie. Yes, for a limited time only, for only $99.95, you can have your own Beeper Tie. To order, just call 1-800-555-1234. Whoops, gotta go. Beeper's calling.
Excuse me.
Let me tell you something, man.
Flavor, why are you on the phone while we're on the air doing news?
Yo, wait. Yo, man. Yo, don't be stopping me, man. Yo, let me tell you something, man. They got my partner Chuck, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna free him, and you ain't gonna go see him, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Griff, man, yo, later for her, man. Hey, yo, G, yo, get Terminator, pack the van, you and that one, yo, I'm coming to get y'all, man. And we gonna get Chuck to the strip, G, you know what I'm saying? I see what you doing, baby. My vision ain't blurry, boy.
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Wait a minute, y'all. The fiend is Lucy's house, and I'm gonna show you what happens to families when one of the members becomes a basehead. Now, basing is crazy. I mean, it makes you go crazy and it makes you do silly things. Look at the family. The family is crazy. Look at the kids. Look at Lucy over here. Lucy is going through problems because her husband is a basehead. And this is Lucy's wash pot right here. This is the wash pot, and this is also the cooking pot. And her children are going crazy. Yo, listen! I see it on their faces.
First come, first serve basis.
Standing on line, checking the time. Homeboys playing the curve, the same ones they used to do earlier. Now they're gone, passing it on. Poison attack the black word born. My man Daddy-O once said to me, he know a brother that stayed all day in his Jeep, and at night he went to sleep, and in the morning all he had was sneakers on his feet. The culprit used to jam and rock the mic. Yo, he stripped the Jeep to fill his pipe and wander around to find a place where they rock to a different kind of. Come on, y'all.
Hold it now, wait. Yo, run it, black. Sucker tash is a meal for kids that make cash, selling drugs to the brother man instead of the other man.
Brothers and sisters.
I'm talking about
Twice the night. 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 Twice the night.
Whew, it's been a while. You know what, there's certain times I remember, it was probably maybe a year, no, this was back when I actually had to go into the office for work, and I had certain issues at work, and I was like, you know what, I'm in a public enemy type of mood. And you know, there are certain moods you could be in. There's like public enemy mood, NWA mood, and then there's other ones. And you know, you would think what's the difference between a public enemy and NWA? A public enemy mood is where you want to actually do something, something in a positive way, get something done, you know, that you feel there's an injustice. You know, an NWA mood is where you're angry, you're just upset, you're just like, you know. So I remember, I think I said I was in a public enemy type of mood, and you know what, this song just brings me back. And yes, you might like, well, the video's all chopped up, but think about this, and I think this is right around the time when MTV Raps was coming out. This was revolutionary as far as music videos. You got the music video, you got like a news report, then you got like a commercial within the video, and all this other kind of stuff. There's also the social commentary on not only people who were in the urban areas that were having a drug issue. The same people, you know, were having issues in Wall Street. Yet, you know, within Wall Street, nobody cared. You know, if people on Wall Street are doing powder cocaine, it's totally different than people doing crack cocaine.
Crack is whack.
You know, and you know, even with our justice system, they penalize people more if they were doing crack cocaine as opposed if they were doing powdered cocaine, which never made any sense to me. But as I learned later, there was a method to their madness. It was all about criminalizing, you know, a certain group and locking them up, and you know, it's frustrating the way the war on drugs in the United States has happened, who they've targeted. It is what it is. It doesn't even have to be critical race theory. You know, it's just facts. That's what I hate about critical race theory and people who are like, I don't want you to teach that. What was it I was just watching the other day? It was a teacher in Iowa who was talking like on a Zoom to the school administration or the superintendent, asking like, can I tell my students, because we're talking about slavery, can I actually say that slavery was wrong? And the superintendent couldn't give an answer to that. And slavery is wrong no matter what. That's a fact. But when you got it now where people can't even speak truth to fact anymore, something's wrong. Something is really wrong in this country, and I don't like how, you know, another faction is coming in and wanting to still change history when we all know what the history is. But no, we're not going to make these kids feel bad for, you know, things that have happened. Well, what the fuck was it when I was growing up? Y'all didn't give two shakes because nobody was talking about the bad side of, you know, slavery or anything else like that. They're like, yeah, we were getting cotton and tobacco and everything else like that, and it was building America, whatever. But at what cost? You know what?
That's all I have to say about that.
If you are still here, I thank you very much for staying tuned. I really do appreciate it. First and foremost, I want you guys to like the videos as much as I like making them for you. After that, all you need to do to help me out with the channel is to like, subscribe, share, and comment. Peace.